Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager with Pure Pursuit Automotive, back again with this beautiful 2012 CLS63 AMG. This is one beautiful Mercedes-Benz. Now we're in the interior cockpit of the vehicle, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this side of the car to give you kind of an idea of the instrumentation and what each of the instruments do, and all of the pieces of equipment on the right side center console do. Starting on the left, you got your fuel gauge, temperature gauge. Of course, in the center, you've got your speedometer. With odometer electronic on it. Of course, obviously all of the indicators, currently 73 degrees here in beautiful Kansas City. And of course you can set your sport mode, comfort mode, etc., etc. Now you've got Sport Plus that's currently on. If you look in the center of the console, you can see as I change those, it changes each of those particular settings to whatever mode that you decide you want to put the vehicle into. And of course on the right here, you got the tachometer as well. So got the steering wheel with redundant controls that you have here on the right side of myself in the center console, and of course in addition to the horn, you've got all the other pieces of equipment here that you need to be able to operate the vehicle from the steering wheel, so that way your line of sight always stays forward and you don't have to take your eyes off the road to look down to either reprogram the radio or to look at the navigation or to change your radio station or to turn the volume up or down on the radio. So again, very unique features. These are paddle shifters on either side here. I'll explain how those work once we get on the road so that you can understand how a paddle shifter works and how it turns basically what is an automatic vehicle, in this case, into a 7-speed manual transmission car, and make maximum use of that performance engine. So looking to the right here, you've got the center console display system here, which gives you kind of an idea. You can go to the radio, and of course you can control the radio from here, or you can control the radio from the steering wheel itself, turning it up or down as far as volume up or volume down. It also has navigation system to be able to, it's programmable, and also gives you your current setting where you're at specifically, or you can program a route to where you want to drive to, just like you can on your phone. You've got your time system where you can go from the video, phone, navigation, audio, etc. And if you get tired of looking at an electronic clock, you've actually got a, believe it or not, analog clock here that tells you the time as well. So that's kind of unique in vehicles these days. You got the telephone, which is the Bluetooth system, which you can go to utilize once it's programmed and enter the compatibility of your phone into it. And of course, the compact disc player, which has got a 6 compact disc that loads in the trunk of the vehicle, so that way you can load up to 6 discs for long trips or whatever you decide that you want to go to. And then clear, and of course on the right here, you've got your touchpad for your telephone, which when it's in phone mode, you can use to make calls, dial out, etc., etc. It's the same as the dial pad on your telephone. So next, some of the creature comforts of the vehicle. You've got the heated seats, which can take it up to high, medium, and or low. And you got the cooled seats, which again, take it up to high cool, medium, or low cool for the seats themselves. Obviously, you got your emergency flashers here. You can put it in different modes here. And of course, the same on the right side of the vehicle. The passenger also has the same electronic gear that the driver has for the seat, which again, turns it up on the heat or the cool, high, medium, and low. You got your temperature settings down here whether you can set them on automatic, or you can set them to whatever desired level you want, to whether it's cooler or obviously warmer. And of course each side, the driver's side and the passenger side, both have separate units, so each individual can cool or warm the compartment that they're in depending upon how they feel. And again, you got your air conditioning here, you got your rear defroster, front defroster, and of course the fan control here that takes the fan up or down accordingly, however you need it. So, and then in the center console here, obviously we've got our shifter, which is in the center here. It's really kind of cool because it's kind of like a pilot shifter here. It's not very large, but it's very easily moved into each of the gears. To put it into reverse, just one quick shot, and then to put it into park, once it's in reverse, just one quick press of a button. So, and I always kind of warn people to make sure when you've had it in drive and you think you might be putting it in park, unless you actually touch the park button, the vehicle will start rolling backwards. So just a safety tip for that. The vehicle itself up here has got a couple of compartments. It's got a cigarette lighter up here if necessary, or it can be utilized as a 12-volt extension so that you can power your electronic equipment. You've got 2 beverage holders up here in this compartment. You've got your AMG setting here, which puts it on sport mode, and you can also put the suspension system, so it's got the advanced system here, which shows a little shock emblem. And then of course you've got your sport handling mode, which puts the vehicle into being able to handle it and gives you a little bit more ability to drive more aggressively with the car. It stiffens the suspension, etc. So, and again, you've got your controls here in the center console, which give you kind of an idea. Once you're in any one of these settings here, you can either, in this case, I'm going out a little bit, or you can go closer depending on where you want to go. It'll take it all the way out up to 500 miles so that you can see essentially anywhere you're going any time that you want to. You got a center console here which opens both sides to be able to enable you to get into the center console. You got some storage space. You've got 2 adapter plugs here for either phone, electronic equipment, and then of course you got a 12 volt, you got a USB port here as well. So lots of storage space in it. If we tend to look up here a little bit, you can see that the mirror has a directional finder here and gives you which direction you're heading in with a little red indicator. And then of course you got your sunroof or moonroof, whatever you decide to call it, which has got an auto open. Once you press that, it'll open all the way. And of course you've got the the unit that itself, that once that's closed, you can either leave it open for the sun or the moon to shine in, or you can close that so the interior of the vehicle is darkened again. So again, a very unique feature and very nice to have on, particularly on sunny or nice days. But again, as I said, if you decide, you can pull that shut, of course. But it's got just about everything on the interior of the car here, including the speakers here for the Harman Kardon speaker system, which is a over 600 amp system with 14 speakers. It puts out wonderful, beautiful, clear sound. And it's a very unique vehicle overall. On the doors here, really quickly, we'll take a look at this. You've got the power windows, power doors. You got the mirrors for the left side driver's side or the right side passenger side, which you can then move to whatever position you decide. The lock and unlock features, and then obviously you've got your power windows here for front and back, driver's side and passenger side. Lock and unlock features, and then you've got also, in addition to being able to move the seat to whatever direction you want, up, down, back, sideways, the back up, and whatever programmable position you want. You've also got the ability to put memory into this as well, so that let's say you've got a husband and wife, and the husband's 6'5" and the wife is maybe 5'5". The husband is going to maybe be number 1 position, so that when he gets in it and gets back out, the wife decides she wants to get in, she doesn't have to have all the way back and put the seat back. All she has to do is hit number 2 for her, and her seat is automatically in the position that she got in and is most comfortable in when she was driving the car. So I think that concludes about everything, except right down here, you've also got some additional controls right here to the right side of the driver's seat that give you the ability to give you about 5 or 6 more additional positions that you can put the seat into, from the bolsters on the side to kind of hug the driver, to some up or down positioning of the front in the middle of the seat. So again, this car is built for comfort. It's built for the comfort of the driver and for the people that are riding in the car, but quite honestly, this is one of those cars you want to be the driver, and I can guarantee it. So, all right, with that said, you know everything that's going on in the cockpit. Let's take this thing out and take it for a test drive.